game. Strap on my armor and hit the pay. Pull out my tool and then engage.
Lock and loaded. Lock and loaded.
We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but principalities trying to take out the ones we love. Pull out my tool and then engage.
Lock and loaded. Lock and
I used to
loaded.
think the scriptures held me back. Thought they put me in a box. Thought they limited my thoughts and made me mimic what I'm taught. Only acting like the preacher, faking it, cause when I talk, all that you be hearing is the statements in his sermon. Stop. God breaking me down and taking me down and making me see it clearly. I see the beauty in it, I don't just repeat it dearly. Beloved, don't shove it down people's throats, I just believe it now. Hide it up in my heart like scripture say, you can't deceive me now. God so loved the world, he don't just sit above the world. Was born of a young lovely girl so we could see his love unfurl. Virgin shall be with child, his name shall be Emmanuel. That's God himself with us, thank God the scriptures have been handled well. If I didn't have his word and hadn't heard about his mad absurd love for me, I'd gladly serve a bag of herb abundantly. Still be teaching kids to tweak and sniff instead of hungrily. Lock and load, not bread alone, his scripture is enough for me. Yeah.
We in the war, this ain't no game. Strap on my armor and hit the pay. Pull out my tool and then engage.
Lock and loaded. Lock and loaded.
We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but principalities trying to take out the ones we love. Pull out my tool and then engage.
Lock and loaded.
Hey, TopSpin, let's go in. Lock and loaded, strapped like a roller. Never been to Iraq, but I know that the war is worldwide, it's all over. That's why I engage with a culture where hearts as cold as polar. Never mind the 9 to 5, they grind with cane and baking soda. They wanna be like Costa Nostra, not knowing the grace that could be placed on a rap that's hanging over them. From a God who can turn pickles to relish if everything ain't kosher. Jesus died in the cross can become a locomotive. Get him on track, he can be a conductor who's got in the motor. The gospel breaks hearts and then remotes them. That's why we rep Ephesians 6. We're on our soldier, we spit that living water. Just call us ocean flowers. We're going in to show them. I hope they know this Jehovah, or they'll be dead meat for the vultures. Keep chasing bread till you're toasted. We love to rock it, heavy metal rock and rollers. You can catch us lock and loaded.
We in the war, this ain't no game. Strap on my armor and hit the pay. Pull out my tool and then engage.
Lock and loaded. Lock and loaded.
We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but principalities trying to take out the ones we love. Pull out my tool and then engage.
Lock and loaded. Lock and loaded.
Y'all ready? Let's go. I got my right to carry and I carry well. In season, out of season, leading heathens out of hell. My enemy's face is pale as I'm dumping all these shells. No matter what he tries, man, his plans will not prevail. Tried to take me out, but he failed. Tried to lock me up in a cell. Tried to make me not believing, even believing in myself. Tried to take my family out, even before I was born. But my pops is locked and loaded and he got us through the storm. So I stay strapped up, cause I know we'll come again with that same old junk. That's how I know that I will win, and I say that with a grin. That's how I know I win. Read it yourself, verse 19 in Luke chapter 10. So I've been given authority to drop these bombs on him, and I give God all the glory cause he's so empowering. Through the night and through the day, better get up out my way, and I'm ready, locked and loaded. Got my target, watch me spray. We in the war, this ain't no game. Strap on my armor and hit the pay. Pull out my tool and then engage.
Lock and loaded. Lock and loaded.
We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but principalities trying to take out the ones we love. Pull out my tool and then engage.
Lock and loaded. Lock and loaded.